Good evening. My name is Manuel Carvalho, and I'm very glad to be part of the first ever Wine on Earth Taste-a-Thon. I'm a representative of Douro Prime, which is a company, as its name says, based on the Douro. This company belongs to me as I'm the winemaker, and to Mari's family, which is in the Douro, basically. We have a very, very great passion for the Douro. All my life I work as a winemaker and blender for Coburns. I don't know if you know the famous port wine company. And when I left, we decided to make this company, and both of us we have a passion for the Douro, for the wine, for the varieties, for the landscape, the terroir, you name it. So follow my advice, please come and visit us, because it's outstanding. Speaking about the company and our raw materials, always come from the same vineyards. It's a place called Quinta da Alegria in the Douro Superior, in the Upper Douro. We have about 17 hectares of red wine varieties, in which we have mainly Touriga Nacional, about 60%, Touriga Franca, Sousão, and other small varieties, small quantities. We have Sousão to give the color, and it's very important in the blend to give acidity, because there is a lack of acidity usually in the red wines of the Douro, mainly because it's very, very hot, and especially our farm, it's quite near the Douro River, and it's very, very, very hot. We have an exposure extraordinary. It's north exposure. It's the property is between 250 and 300 meters altitude, high. And we have our own winery, where we have all lagars in granitic lagars. Nowadays we don't have any more food trading, but we have a robot which we can program, and it can work the whole night, whatever you like. In the past, we didn't have white wines because, as I said, Algeria is very, very hot. So we decided to make a new plantation of white varieties in higher altitude, about 500 meters. Soil, instead of being schistous, is granitic, which gives much more freshness to the final blend. In that property, which we have about 3 hectares, we have 3 main varieties: Arinto, Viuzinho, and Gouveia. The idea, again, as it's higher in altitude, is to have a final wine with a very good acidity, without need of adding any tartaric acid, whatever, natural product. Speaking about the wines, we have Inquieto, and within Inquieto we have 2 main brands: Inquieto single wine variety, Touriga Nacional, and Reserve wine. In this wine, as I said, it's a single variety, 100% Touriga Nacional. This one is a blend of Touriga Nacional, Franca, Touriga Franca, and Sousão to give that freshness, that good balance we need. And Tranquilo is white wine we have since 2013, I think, and it comes from that vineyard I spoke. The wines are very. My idea is to get a wine that is easy to drink. Not that kind of wine that you taste it, you drink one glass and it's very concentrated, but when you go to the second glass you feel sick, you don't feel like going. So this, my idea is that we have 1, 2, 3, and you have someone to say, hey, stop it, you have too much. So speaking about these wines, I choose 3 wines. This is Inquieto 2013 Touriga Nacional. This is Reserva 2017, and this is Tranquilo 2017 too. Here we have an elegant palette dominated by concentrated fruit and gentle oak spice, which is supported, I think, for a very good acidity and linear tannins, and also what the French say is sous-bois, that have complexity and a very aromatic finish in this one. This Inquieto Reserva, which we have different years. I chose this one. It's a younger one, and we are going to bottle others soon. We have a wine which on the nose is fresh, and we can pick up wild berries that are very well integrated with light notes of spice from the wood also. Well balanced on the nose, on palate, evolving into a wine with a compact structure. That's what we want. A consistent wine. Okay. Of course, these 2 wines, they in the aging process, I forgot to talk about that before. They spend a certain time in oak barrels. I don't like to say 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, whatever, because that depends on the year, on the wine. Sometimes what we do, we put the wine, a part of the wine in oak barrels, another part in stainless steel, and then we blend. Okay. Sometimes we don't blend; we just use the one that is in the oak barrels. Sometimes we need a little bit more freshness from the wine that is outside in stainless steel. So it depends on the year. So I'm not going to tell you that this is 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 14 months. It depends. Okay, but usually it's always more than 6 months in wood. Tranquilo. We had always the idea to make a special wine, white wine in the Douro, because in the past the wines in the Douro the white wines in the Douro didn't exist, honestly, and they were very there was a lack in acidity. They were very dull, in a way. With the time, younger people came in, new knowledge, and we started producing very, in my opinion, very good white wine. But for that, you have to choose very well the terroir, and you also, the picking time, it's very, very important. In this wine, Tranquilo, we don't use a gram of acidity, of tartaric, whatever. It's natural, pure, running juice. And then, of course, There are years that I fermented it in barrels too. This no, this is just fresh and pure, but it depends on the year and on our needs too. We did last year a very good wine, but it's not yet, it's bottled but not yet labeled. That will be Tranquilo Rosé. I don't know if it's going to the market because with all this pandemic and all these problems, everything is closed and we are not going to sell it. And as you know, it's a wine that it's very seasonable. We have to sell it now. In fact, we had to start it selling some months ago, but we couldn't. I think that's all about our wines. I think. I don't know if, and I don't like to bore you for a long time. So I try to be very specific. If you need any further information, you can find it in our site or in our social media accounts. And if you want to contact me, you have my address there, and I'll be very, very pleased. Thank you very much. Take care.